Hi everyone, so I am using the onion from my garden that I had chopped up the other day for my onions video. I had previously made a chicken noodle soup. Today I am making a spicy sausage skillet. I don't know if I'm going to make it very spicy because my kids aren't crazy about spicy, but that is what I'm going to be making today. I have already cut up two things of sausage. We prefer meat in this family, so I am adding extra sausage and I'm just dumping in the rest of the diced onions that I did earlier. So I have all the onions added, and I did start with a little bit of avocado oil in here. I have not preheated my pan. I know you're supposed to, but I hardly ever do. I normally just dump in the stuff as I chop it. This recipe that I am going to make is from centercutcook.com, and with almost all of the recipes that I cook, I just modify it as I see fit for my family. So the recipe calls for 3 cloves of garlic. I'm not sure how many I have here, but 3 is definitely not enough for my family. I'm going to use my Pampered Chef garlic press, which I absolutely love, to press these into this after it starts cooking. So let's get this started. Okay, so I got the garlic added in. I'm just going to continue to saute this until the onions are translucent. So the recipe does call for 1 cup chopped spinach. This is not spinach from my garden. I did not have any fresh spinach anymore. I pulled out all my spinach, so I don't measure this. I just kind of estimate. So I will just chop the spinach. Okay, so I have the spinach chopped. Now if you had a garden and you have fresh spinach, you can totally use that. Or you could even use a tablespoon of green powder. So like I was dehydrating the lettuce. You can do it with lettuce, kale, spinach, whatever, and mix it all together, and then just use a tablespoon of the green powder instead, especially if you have family members who do not like fresh spinach. So now I am going to add a can of chicken broth. It says 1.5 cups, but you know, that's close enough. 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. And I'm supposed to add Rotel, but apparently I do not have Rotel, so I need to come up with a substitute, which will probably be a can of tomatoes and some green chilies, but let me take a look and see what I have. Yep, so it is going to be diced tomatoes and some diced green chili peppers and just a squirt of lemon juice. And then I'm also supposed to add the spinach, so I will get that added as well. Get this all stirred together. All right, I am supposed to add some salt. I'm not gonna measure this, I'm just going to put some salt in, as well as black pepper. Stir that. And then I'm supposed to put in about 1/2 box of rotini. I'm using the tricolor. Let's see. That's about 1/2 box. Stir that in. So yes, I am making this in a wok because I do not have a great frying pan. Like all the frying pans I've tried or had, they're never too big, things are falling out, so I just rather use a wok and not have an issue with it. So I'm supposed to reduce the heat and cover, but I don't have a lid, so I just use a bacon splatter thing. So I'm just turning down my heat here and let this simmer for about 20 minutes. So while I have that cooking on the stove, I am going to reconstitute some green onions. Just gonna put that in the bowl and add a little bit of water and let it sit. So while I was waiting, I grated some cheese. This is Monterey Jack and this is sharp cheddar. I do not need all of this cheese, but my family loves cheese, so I will probably use more than a cup each as the recipe indicates. So it says to stir in 1/2 cup of Monterey and 1/2 cup of cheddar, let it melt, and then top with the other 1/2 cup of each. So I have the green onion just soaking in water, and it's now back pliable, so I can drain this and it'll be ready to go in. Okay, so my family is hungry, so I'm not gonna wait for the cheese to melt completely. I'm just going to sprinkle the green onions on top, and then I will serve this. I had also made this chicken noodle soup with the carrots that I pulled, the different variety colors of carrots, and also the onions that I had chopped. I don't have the recipe for this, but I did make this.